Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is the show that I do every single week in which I give you guys a heads up on all of the content that is actually going to be coming out from the channel over the course of the week. And if I could get someone to give me a thumbs up that you guys can actually hear me, that would be great, because we are having a couple of technical difficulties on this side. So if I can get you guys to give me a thumbs up, that'd be cool. I see a whole lot of people in here. I think you guys were having a pretty robust conversation before I popped in here, which I think is a great thing. All right, so you guys can hear me, but I can't hear myself, but that is okay. We are not going to let this interrupt what we are trying to do here. We're just going to pull the headphones off because the headphones don't work. But again, we're not going to let that stop us. I want to welcome everybody to the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is the show that I do every single week for the last 32 weeks, in which I give you guys a heads up on all of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel. This is generally a fun live stream, and I could tell by the robust conversation that was taking place in the room that you guys are already having a good time. I think I peeked in here about 15 minutes or 20 minutes ago, and you guys were like in the middle of a great conversation, which I think is really awesome. So if someone is watching this live stream right now, either in the room or on playback, and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I definitely want to encourage you to do so. That way you can stay abreast of all the content that I release on a weekly basis. And then you're also eligible for the various giveaways that I do on a regular basis. So we have a jam-packed agenda. And so we are going to jump into this thing right after I say hello to some comic book swojas that have joined me this Sunday night. And I can tell you, I lost a lot of the chat as I went live here. You guys were in here mixing it up. I lost most of the chat as soon as I went live. It deletes a lot of that stuff. So I'm actually not going to be able to acknowledge the people that have been here the longest. So just bear with me. I see Johnny Future is in the house, brother. It's good to see you. Wayne McDonald is here. Chris Barrett is here. My man Matthew is here. Perry Comics is in the house. Comic Corpse is here. Felix is in the house. Michael P is here. Heavy Hammer Jim is in the house. I see you, brother. Thank you for your message a couple of moments ago. I think you commented on a video a short while ago. Tina is in the house. How you doing, Tina? It is good to see you, and thank you very much for that very dope statue back there. Tina actually gave me this statue. I unboxed it, and well, I didn't unbox it, but I showed it yesterday in a video. Right after that live stream, I recorded a video basically unboxing the thing and showing you guys something happened with the video. It was all corrupted, so I had to trash it. So, and you can't rebox it and then unbox it because it won't be genuine. So that footage has been lost to us, but it's a awesome statue, and a huge shout out to Tina for hooking me up and giving me something to fill in that space right there. If you guys want more details on that, make sure you check out the video that I released on Saturday, I think that it was, or maybe Friday. I can't remember. The days blur. Check out the last video that was uploaded because that is there. Connecting Comics is in the house. How you doing, brother? Robert Santiago. Glitter and Duct Tape is in the house. Chaos Lord is here. I heard a rumor, Chaos Lord, that you actually started a YouTube channel and you have a couple of videos up there. I'm going to have to check you out, brother. Huge shout out to you because I know that you have an incredible database of knowledge as it relates to comics, and I have to check it out. I have to support you, so I want to try to swing by at some point this week. Cody is in the house. Welcome, Cody. I am doing well. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the kind words. Randy Resnake is in here. Johnny Future's talking about Martin. If you guys don't know who Martin Blank is, he is the Gibbon. The Gibbon is in the house. Hashtag Gibbon Gang. My spouse lets me buy comics. Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate you guys giving me the thumbs up and letting me know you can actually hear me, because I can't hear myself. I just had to take the headphones off. I don't know what's going on. Sith AF, it's good to see you. Scrolling down. Another Sith Lord is in here. Jack Frosty is here. IG is here. Tom Garcia is here. It is good to see all you guys. All right, we're going to move this thing on because there's a ton of you guys in here What is this? Fire is saying, what's up, Reggie? Just finished my run of Adventures of Superman and 1987. Congratulations on that, brother. Anytime you actually wrap up a run, it is always a fantastic thing. So congratulations to you for that. I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I am a fan of anyone that has a favorite character, so much so that they actually go out and pick up every single comic in a run. Dude, congratulations for that. All right, Florence is in the house. How you doing, Florence? It is good to see you. So as you guys saw, I changed the title of this live stream right as I was about to go live to highlight the fact of what we are going to talk about, which is the fact that Spider-Man is back in the MCU. Spider-Man is back, and I am super excited about that. I can tell you that when they were at an impasse a couple of, maybe it was a month ago or something like that, there was like this huge flux of memes and jokes. And I didn't see that this time. I didn't see the welcome back memes as much as I did the other memes when there was an issue that was going on. But I think people are definitely pumped that Spider-Man is back in the MCU. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think about that. Chaos Lord is like, I never had any doubts. If you remember my video, I actually said the same thing. I said, it is not over. It's not over. And my heart sank in all transparency a little bit when the CEO of Sony actually came out and made a couple of comments. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. He made a couple of comments. My heart sank a little bit because one of my arguments was that there were no public statements by any senior level people, right? We are talking about a deal that has material consequences for these two companies, because you're talking about a ton of money, and you just don't assume that things are going to go away because of rumor that you hear. But when a CEO makes statements publicly, that's when you start to think, okay, well, maybe it's not going to happen. But I am very glad that they have gotten their stuff together and made magic happen. And so I want to talk a little bit about some of the details for those of you that haven't had a chance to read the articles. I just want to talk about it. And then for those of you that have, I definitely want to hear what you all's thoughts are on this thing. But here's the thing. Marvel will produce a third Spider-Man Homecoming movie. They're going to produce a third movie, and this one, I think somebody already got it, will feature Tom Holland. People are definitely pumped about Tom Holland. They like how he plays Spider-Man. There's a lot of people that don't as well, but neither here nor there. Tom Holland is back, and this third movie that is going to be produced by Marvel is actually going to drop July 16th, 2021. Now, what's interesting is that they already have a date. If you guys remember D23, they didn't say anything about Spider-Man. There was no mention of Spider-Man. Well, not really. I mean, he was there, I guess, promoting Onward or something like that, but they didn't really talk about any kind of movies. But now we know that they've had a date, because they didn't just make that up. The date is July 16th, 2021. That is the third movie that is actually coming out. And as part of this deal that they've made, Spider-Man will appear in at least one other Disney Marvel movie. And it is yet to be determined what that movie will be, but Spider-Man will at least have one crossover. Now, what's great about this, Heavy Hammer's like, Tom is my favorite Spider-Man. And there's been several different Spider-Man character, or several different actors that have played Spider-Man. And a lot of people really dig Tom. And so there you go. Breaking news. Kyler's like, the Gibbon, the cosmic Gibbon is coming to the MCU. Don't we wish? Gibbon Gang is going to be in the money if that ever happens. So as part of this deal, the way that they've struck this deal is that Disney is going to put up 25% of the financing to make this movie. And in exchange for that, they're actually going to get 25% of the equity. And that's a nice chunk of money, right? If you're thinking about $1 billion, it's a nice chunk of money. So they're going to put up 25%. They're going to get 25%. And, you know, there was all those rumors about it being like a 50-50 split or something like that. And I think what happened is when Marvel made their initial offer at 25 and it was rejected, I think maybe someone got a little angry and was like, forget it, we want 50%. But I think their original offer, based upon the data and the news that I've been able to track down, the original offer was actually at 25%. And so they've been able to agree on those original terms from more than a month ago. And so I think that that's a very good thing. Now, what's interesting is when you start to break the deal down. So Sith is like, I'm happy Spider-Man will stay with the MCU, but I also want to see Venom and Spider-Man. That could actually happen. I don't know that there's a reason why that could not happen. And I'll talk about that in just a couple of moments, but that very well could happen. So here's the thing. Sony gets 75%, right? So Marvel, Disney is putting up 25%. They get 25%. Sony gets 75%, but that's not all. They also get 8% distribution. So 8% distribution is also a ton of money. I mean, these percents might be small, but it is a sizable amount of money that Sony is going to get. So it's a 75 plus it's the 8%. And then for its part, as I've mentioned, Marvel gets 25% of the equity that comes off of the movie, as well as all of the merchandising, which is not a small amount of money either. And so this is actually a huge win for Marvel, because prior to this, Marvel was getting, I think it was 5% of first dollar. And I think that was basically the opening box office weekend. They received 5% of that. So now to be able to get 25% of everything, plus they retain the merchandising, this is a win. This is a win, honestly, for both companies. And I know a lot of folks talk very negatively about Disney, saying that they were greedy, which might be true, but I'm glad that these guys were able to work out a deal. Paul Cox is saying Tom is the best live action version of those that have actually played Spider-Man, which I think is really cool. Here we go. So Wayne is saying, what freaks me out more is that Tom Holland is playing a young Nathan Drake in an Uncharted film. Interesting. Scrolling down through the comments, Comic Collection Agency, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. People love Tom because he's Marvel. Spider-Man, says Mr. Comic. It's good to see you, brother. Welcome. So here's the rumor. The rumor on the street as it relates to the Gibbon is that Kevin Feige has actually put Martin Blank, aka the Gibbon, on a reserve list. And what that basically means is that no one else out there that is making movies related to Marvel or TV shows or cartoons related to Marvel characters can use Martin Blank, aka the Gibbon. He's basically been placed on the bench by Kevin Feige, and so there is rumor that at some point the Gibbon may actually make an appearance. But the truth of the matter is the Gibbon is despite being Marvel's next greatest superstar, he is a pretty minor character. But yeah, he may at some point actually appear. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So yeah, so she Spawn is commenting here. She says she feels like Disney Marvel aren't going to lose Spidey anytime soon. And the thing is that this deal calls for them to have one more to produce one more movie for Spider-Man Homecoming. And then Spider-Man will appear in another MCU movie. But to the point here, if they have success with these movies, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the end of it, right? If they have success, they theoretically would find another way to actually make some magic happen. And to that point, I actually want to read a quote here by Kevin Feige. And this is, I think, one of the first times that I've actually read a quote where Feige is actually talking publicly about this thing. So that's why I want to read it. He says, "I'm thrilled that Spidey's journey in the MCU will continue. And I and all of us at Marvel Studios are very excited that we get to keep working on it." And this was in a statement that actually dropped on Friday. "Spider-Man is a powerful icon and hero whose story crosses all ages and audiences around the globe. True fact. He also happens to be the only hero with the superpower to cross cinematic universes. So as Sony continues to develop their own Spider-Verse, you never know what surprises the future might hold." That right there is incredible. And he goes on in the quote to say there could be a call and response. It says there could be a call and response between Sony and Marvel's movies, which I think is incredible. And don't forget that the Spider-Verse universe that Sony actually has is 900 characters deep. And we've spoken about this before. 900 characters that are in that Spider universe. And that's, you know, that's every single like villain in Spider-Man's rogues gallery. It is, you know, the person with blonde hair and behind him as he's walking down the street. I mean, it's 900 characters deep, and some of those are minor characters. But what's interesting is you would assume that would include Martin Blank, aka the Gibbon. So that's kind of interesting that somehow or another, the rumor is that Kevin Feige has placed Martin Blank on the reserve list for him to use, but you would think that Martin Blank, aka the Gibbon, would actually be part of the 900 characters that are sitting with Sony. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know how this might play out, but again, I think it's a very, very good sign that these two companies have responded to the outcry from fans and done what was necessary to be able to continue making some awesome movies. So I'm going to scroll down through some of the comments here. So basically, you got the Gibbon. Liger King, you're a nut. He says, so basically you got to give it a job at the MCU. Amazing. Brother, if a YouTuber has that much power, that is scary. That is just, it's scary. Yeah, man, the Gibbon, my kids have come in here and kind of rubbed the Gibbon's legs a couple of times. And I'm like, don't touch them. Don't touch the Gibbon. But they've been in here and they've been playing with the statue already. They've been playing with the Gibbon. And it's like, I'm trying to protect my stuff as best I can, because as you guys know, children will tear some stuff up. Chris Barrett is saying Tom will have 6 more solo MCU movies after Spider-Man 3. I don't know about that, so I have not read that. I basically heard 2 more movies. That is what I've heard, but maybe you've seen some news that I haven't had a chance to see. It's the Gibbon cinematic. We can only hope. GCU. We can only hope that it's going to go down. Scrolling down through here. Here we got a couple of comments from Johnny Future saying everyone like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, then people like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, now people like Tom Holland. Each actor was good for their time period. Well said, sir. Well said. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Scrolling. Hey, I will try to do that, Harvey. Harvey's asking for an up close. That's actually what I want to try to do, because the video that I shot of the unboxing of the statue was corrupted. So I actually want to try to do an up close so you guys can actually see that. So stay tuned. Don't let me forget. I don't know what site that is, brother, because I responded to your email, and then after I sent it, I realized that I did not answer that question. No clue what that website is. So if you send it to me, I will definitely check it out. So scrolling down through the Scott says, I heard Kevin Feige is waiting for a Gibbon game. I'm gonna tell you right now. You guys would lose your minds if Kevin Feige showed up with a Reggie Collects Gibbon Gang shirt. You guys would lose your minds. Imagine that if he had on that blazer that he always wears in the cap and he just bust open the shirt, you guys would lose your minds. I'm just telling you. Matt Forge is in the house. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. What is this? So here's the thing. I want to apologize. I think that some people have been giving super chats to the channel. The issue is that I can't see them. I actually use a different interface, and I have been for like the last maybe 2.5 months. I can't see super chat. So if someone does give a super chat, I am not ignoring you. I just don't have the ability to see it. So you definitely have my apologies. I'm a big fan of acknowledging those when they come in, but I honestly cannot see them in this interface. So scrolling down through some of the comments, Comic Book 62, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. All right. So we're going to show it off now. I was trying to defer, but we will show it off now, and then we will continue moving the show on. So let me grab this thing. I'm gonna tell you, the unboxing was really cool. So this is the statue, the pedestal that he actually sits on. This thing is actually pretty solid. It's probably 2 pounds, so it's not crazy heavy, but it's definitely enough to offset his weight. But he is pretty detailed. I mean, he's in this exaggerated pose, which I think is really cool. It is an awesome statue with lots of detail. He actually separates right here at the waist. So there's 2 pieces. There's the leg section, which is both legs, and then there's the upper body section. And, you know, it was pretty easy getting him together, to be honest with you. The hardest part was trying to get there's actually two pieces of this flexible wire. The hardest part was getting the flexible wire down into his hands because I wasn't quite sure how that would piece together, but managed to do it. And my kids have come in here and kind of moved this thing around a little bit, but it's definitely a cool statue. Tina, huge shout out to you for hooking me up with this. I've wanted a statue for a long time, but I'm super cheap in some respects and hadn't done it. But Tina hooked me up with this awesome 1/6 scale Spider-Man statue. And I am very appreciative of this, very appreciative. So set him back. So that thing is definitely cool. It feels a nice little void right here in this area, because when I set the room up, that was an area I kind of designated for a statue. And I think I mentioned it maybe once or twice or something like that. I was kind of trying to keep it a secret, but then once I start talking about something, things slip out. So let's keep this thing moving forward. Let me see. I've missed a whole lot of comments here. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. Daniel says, nice statue. Thank you, man. Bake the Snake. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. It does have a ton of detail. I'm telling you, like, you can see the muscles in his legs and in his back. I mean, the statue is really well done. And this is honestly the first time I've ever been up close and personal with the statue. And I was very surprised at the level of detail. And it's, the thing's cool, man. It's definitely cool. And I've said it and I'll continue to say it. Some of the best subscribers out there, hands down. Huge. I definitely appreciate all of this stuff. So Steve, thank you very much, brother. Universe X, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Scrolling up through the comments, Johnny Future's like, wow. Yeah, man. Thank you guys. I definitely appreciate it. All right. So I want to give you guys some good news. So we talked about the Spider-Man stuff, which I think is cool that he's coming back. I'm looking forward to that. We are going to do a contest at some point. Shout out to my man, Comic Collection Agency. We are going to do a contest. It's actually a good thing that I ran out of time last week because I was traveling and could not do the video on this giveaway because it is Spider-Man related because of the news change. So stay tuned. We are going to announce this contest possibly next week. Part of the challenge is I actually have two giveaways that I'm doing this week. One is the GoCollect giveaway, and one is the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So for those that haven't seen that video where I kind of talk about this, we actually have two awesome comics that have come in from Grapevine Comics in Stockton, California. We have Amazing Spider-Man 361, the first print and the second print. We are going to be giving these away, first prize and second prize. So there is a video that is going to be dropping from the channel this week with all of the details in there. All you have to do is find the video. It'll be super easy because the video is called 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Super easy video. You'll find it. All the details for entering the giveaway will be there. So stay tuned for that video. It is coming out this week. The only thing you have to do is basically be a subscriber of the channel, be in the US, be in Canada, or have a US mailing address. That is it. That is all you have to do to actually win one of those two books. And just remember, it is one entry per household. All contests, one entry per household. So that's what's that's the announcement. Now I want to talk to you guys about the books that are going to be coming out. The videos that are going to be coming out this week. Making sure I didn't miss anything. You guys are still talking. Jason's like, ooh, I need ASM 361. Well, it is coming out. We are going to be giving it away. Leonard Ortega, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. So, a couple of videos dropping this week. I think I'll have two hunting videos dropping this week. It's been a while since I had a hunting video, like a true hunting video. So, two hunting videos are coming out this week. I have a video that is to some degree or another by subscriber request. A subscriber hit me to the fact that Jim Mint, who is a guy that I started watching at the end of 17 into 2018, he dropped a video in which he talks about how he has the hobby essentially pay for itself. And someone asked me if I would be willing to put together a similar video with some of my thoughts. And so that video is going to be dropping, where it's going to be talking about how I essentially had the hobby pay for itself. And I'm definitely not as large as Jim Mint is. This dude literally just sold some statues and bought himself a brand new truck. The first truck, brand new truck he's ever owned. He bought it from statues, which is incredible. That's incredible. So that video is coming out this week. I have a rare Lobo comic video, right? So there are rare Lobo comics that I'm actually going to be showing in a video. And then I may have one other surprise video. So stay tuned for that. I may be doing 2 live shows this week if my schedule permits. And then I will also be releasing 2 podcasts, Monday and Wednesday. I'll be releasing those 2 podcasts. So a lot of content coming out from the channel. So stay tuned for all of that. Scrolling down through some of the comments, Chris Barrett is like, Carnage. Oh, wait a minute. First Carnage was $359. Yeah, so you got me. You got me. So scrolling, ASM 110 in a 9.4 sold for $130. That's crazy. I could have used that. I actually need a 9. I want a 9.6. I'd like to have a 9.6. Nice Comics 5.26. Exactly. We're a little late on the giveaway, Cool and Collected, but we are still in there. We're still in the 5,000, so it still counts. So that is going to be dropping this week again. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Scrolling down through some of the comments, Mr. Comics like the hunting videos are his favorite. They are fun to make, man. They're fun videos. And I actually have a cool one today that I shot and I still need to edit. And when you see it, it's not as much footage as I would want, but you'll understand when you watch the videos. But both of the hunting videos I think are really cool. So those are definitely going to be dropping. Johnny Future, you're a nut. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, Wayne McDonald's like, I love the hunting videos. So more of those will be coming. You should do a trivia night for the 5K giveaway. The prizes would be, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. No, we're not probably going to do a trivia night for a while. I think I'm going to probably take at least through next year before I actually do anything or with regard to trivia night. So scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what you guys are talking about. What is this? Rag718, Apple TV got some interesting commercials going on. Are you watching me on Apple TV? That's weird. Tell me what they're showing. Scrolling down through the comments. Yeah, Eddie White said he's looking forward to the self-funding video. You know, that video was you know, I don't like to talk about numbers, but I think it was actually a good video. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys will tell me what your thoughts are, but I think that it was a good video. Like, I felt like it's going to be helpful, but at the end of the day, I'm sure that you guys will actually tell me what you think or not. So scrolling down, here we go. So Nicholas says, random, but looking for recommendations. I read some books featuring Rogue, but looking for comics that I should keep an eye out for featuring Rogue or a good story involving Rogue. So if you guys have recommendations for my man Nicholas here, post them up. He seems to be a Rogue / X-Men fan. So if you guys have some recommendations for him, post those up. I definitely think that he would appreciate that. Chuck, I am not going to respond to that comment. So what is this? What's the X-Men slab on your left-hand side, the black and white one? Is that, wait a minute, is that, you're talking about the one on the bottom? It's actually not black and white. It's just faded. It's an old comic, man. Which one is that? I think that's X-Men 104. I think it's 104. It's actually not black and white. It's just extremely faded, and it still came back at a 6.5. I guess it's in decent shape. So cool videos dropping this week. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So I'm scrolling down through the comments here. A lot of comments. The chat definitely is on fire for sure. You guys are like talking a lot. So here we go. Connecting Comics is making a recommendation here. Jess Pele is talking about Avengers Annual for Rogue. I think that's actually her first appearance. Is that on the wall? Yeah, that's actually on the wall. That's actually right there. That's Rogue's first appearance right there. Here we ROM 31 and 32 for early Rogue, also Dazzler in the 20s. So a couple of recommendations there for you, Nicholas. So hopefully you can catch those and write those down, because folks are definitely trying to help you out here with some recommendations for Rogue. All right, so cool. All right, so let's get to this giveaway. So Huge shout out to the folks over at GoCollect. They actually hired a new VP of marketing who I've been talking with a little bit more as of late, because I think we're going to try to start doing a couple of cool things. So I'm definitely excited about where GoCollect is headed, and hopefully we'll be able to continue working together into the future. But a shout out to those guys for being, for putting me in a position for like the last 32 weeks to actually give away slabs, right? So this week's book that we're giving away is Captain America Annual number 8. This is a 9.6. It is a double signed 9.6. Definitely a really, really cool book that someone is actually going to win tonight. And so you will actually get this book right here, Captain America Annual. You'll get an exclusive GoCollect variant. This is Soul Fire exclusive. And then you'll also have your choice of a GoCollect distressed t-shirt or a pin/stylus. The t-shirts only come in large and extra large. So if you can't fit one of those or don't want a t-shirt, just let me know if you are the winner, if you want the stylus or the t-shirt. If you are the winner, you send me an email to regiecollects@gmail.com. I will bundle all this stuff up for you tonight and drop it in the mail tomorrow. Technically, my wife will, but we will get this sent out to you if you are indeed the winner. And you definitely want to stay tuned, because I'm actually going to be showing next week's book. Going to be showing you the book that is going to be given away next week, and I'll also be showing you a small mistake that I actually made. So stay tuned. So Nicholas says, I appreciate the help, guys. You are amazing. My local comic shop owner treats new collectors like me if they were scrubs, when the truth is we just want to enjoy the hobby like everyone else. Definitely an unfortunate situation there, my friend. I think I read some comments from you about that earlier. So definitely sorry that that's happening to you, brother. But glad that you were able to come here, find the channel, and find some people that are actually willing to support you as you make your way through the hobby. So a couple of here, it was good. The J.J. Abrams Spider-Man, it was actually good. I talked about it, I think, in one of the recent videos. So anyway, let me get to this giveaway. I'm going to try to share my screen with you guys. Want to first, do you want to look up the price? We've already looked up the price, I think. So maybe we'll just get to the list here. So I want to show you guys the list first. This is actually the list in reverse alphabetical order of all the individuals that entered this week's giveaway. And again, it is one entry per household. But these are all of the individuals that entered this week's giveaway. And it has already been deduped in scrubs and all that good stuff. These are all the folks that are in the running for this book. And I think it's a healthy number of you guys that actually entered the giveaway. I actually posted this full list up early this morning. I think it was around 8 o'clock or so. I was able to actually get the list up. So can you see that screen? Will that pop over? No, it won't. So we're going to stop sharing that. And we're actually going to go back here. We're going to try to roll some dice and figure out how many times we're going to have to randomize this list. And we have a low number. We rarely get a low number of 4. So we're going to randomize the list that I just showed you guys a few moments ago. We're going to randomize this thing 4 times. And then we are going to declare our winner for this week's GoCollect giveaway. So we're going to scroll down here. That is 1. Scrolling down, that is 2. I think it was 2. That's 2. Scrolling, that's 3. And the winner of this week's GoCollect giveaway is Herbzilla. Herbzilla, you are the winner of this week's GoCollect giveaway. You, sir, or yeah, probably sir. You, sir, are the proud owner of Captain America Annual number 8 double signed comic. This is your book, and I will bundle this thing up just as soon as you send me an email to regiecollects@gmail.com. I'm going to bundle this stuff up and send it out to you. Please let me know which size t-shirt you want. Extra large or large are the only sizes that I have. And if not the t-shirt, I will send you a stylus. Send me that email and we will get this stuff sent out to you in a timely manner. So congratulations, Herbzilla. So a couple of people saying congrats to Herb here. There we go. Los, what's up, everyone? Los, it is good to see you, brother. Welcome to the live stream. It is always good to see you. All right, so that is the giveaway for this week. So I want to actually show you guys this upcoming week's giveaway, and then maybe we'll chat for a little bit if there's some things that you guys want to chat. So this week's giveaway is actually a huge mistake. And when you watch the video in which I actually give this book away, there was a moment where I actually paused, which is rare for me in a video to actually pause. But I paused because I realized that I inadvertently bought a CBCS book. And basically what happened is that I was buying all of the books for this month from one seller, and I was looking at the books. I was looking at the prices. The prices were right in my range of where I needed it to be. And I did not pay to the attention to the fact that it was a CBCS book. I typically only offer CGC books because of the requirements of the sponsor. So I made a little bit of a mistake. And in that video, you actually see me as I pause, realizing that I made a mistake. But I think it's a cool book, and you guys will tell me if you think it's a cool book as well. This week's GoCollect giveaway is House of Mystery number 195. It is an 8.5. House of Mystery 195. Now, what makes this book cool is that it is a Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing prototype from 1968 that was actually published after House of Secrets 92. So this is this week's giveaway. It is a CBCS 8.5 white pages House of Mystery 195. So this is the book that we are actually giving away, and the cover of this book and the interior pages are all done by Bernie Wrightson. Super talented guy. This is this week's GoCollect giveaway. Dare you enter the House of Mystery? So definitely a cool book. Backside of it actually looks pretty nice as well. But this is a really cool book that is actually going to be given away this week. And all you have to do to actually win this book, and this is actually a first generation, I think, CBCS book, early generation, I should say, case. All you have to do to win this book is to watch the videos that come out this week from the channel. In one of those videos, I will say, hey, if you want to win this book, do this thing. And I'll give you a phrase in that video. Once you watch that video, you see that video, you get that phrase, you head over to the community tab. You find the post, and I'm actually going to put the post up tonight, so it's up there. You find the post where I talk about this book. You click the link. You go to MailChimp. When MailChimp opens up, there are 3 fields that you have to complete. 2 of them are related to you, and one of them is the phrase that I would have given you in that video that you would have just watched beforehand. You plug that information in, you hit the submit button, and you are in the running for that week's giveaway. The giveaways reset every single week. The video comes out Monday through Friday. We wrap the contest up on Sunday morning, and we announce the winner on Sunday night. So you basically tune in to the Ready, Set, Go preview show at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time to find out who the winner is. We do the exact same thing that we just did a few moments ago, which is to basically randomize the list and determine the winner. This contest, just like every other, is 1 entry per household. The other requirements are that you be a subscriber of the channel and that you be a resident of the US, a resident of Canada, or have a mailing address in the US. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. If you are unable, for whatever reason, to find the community tab, search for Regie Collects community tab, because I've recorded a video in which I tell you how to find the community tab. If you're using an iPad, you will be challenged. For some reason or another, the iPad does not go to the community tab, so you might have to do it on your phone or a desktop or a laptop. If you're unable to see it initially, you may have to change browsers. There are some browsers that do not work with the community tab. I don't know why. It's a YouTube thing. So just be aware of that. The link goes up tonight and will be there for you guys whenever that video comes out between Monday through Friday. So hopefully that helps. Scrolling through the comments here, definitely let me know if you guys have any issues with any of this stuff. Happy to help you guys out. I said, Chaos Lord says, I don't need any comment, but I sure do want that one. It's a cool book, man. I mean, for it to be a little bit of a mistake, I picked it up because I thought it was a cool book. I don't do much mystery slash horror kind of stuff, but I thought it was a cool book. So hopefully people dig it and are able to enter the contest. So yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right, so what is this? Have I been to Funny Monkey Comics in Los Gatos, a smaller shop? I have not. I have not been there. Typically, if I've been to a shop, I shoot video and I show it as a hunting video. I don't know that I've been there or even heard of that shop, to be honest. But if you say it has a good selection, maybe I'll journey that way. So scrolling up through some of the comments, Chuck, good night, brother. It is definitely good to see you. So I am not hunting. So Ask It Fire is asking about Amazing Fantasy. I'm actually not hunting for Amazing Fantasy. That's a book that you don't have to hunt for. That book finds you. That book literally finds you. I have access to probably 8 of those books right now. So it's not about a hunt. It's about prioritization of other things. So I'm really focused on completing my run of Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm very close to completing at least the 1 through 261 portion. And I have a healthy number of the 262 through 801, but trying to go after a full run of really expensive books and a single really expensive book is too much. And so I've put Amazing Fantasy 15 on the back burner to really finish the Amazing Spider-Man run. So Connie says she's able to do it. So maybe you're able to do it. I know that other people have experienced issues with the iPad. Maybe they've corrected the problem. Who knows? But Connie says she's able to do it. So there you go. There you go. All right. So scrolling through the comments here, I think I've basically covered off on everything. Oh, you know what I didn't, Lou? I want to actually look up the this book, the FMV. Heavy Hammer, brother, thank you for stopping by. I definitely appreciate it. He says he has to go and train some folks in the morning. So I want to try to share my screen here real quick, see if we can look this book up. So we're going to look up House of Mystery 195, see if we can look this book up. Because this is defaulted to CGC, we're actually going to click on the analyzer, and then we're going to click off of CGC Universal and actually go down to CBCS. What is this thing? What is this called? I'm so unfamiliar with CBCS. So I guess it's a blue label too. So CBCS certified blue label. So go ahead and hit the submit button, scroll down, and let's see what they have. They have an 8.5 right here, and they're basically showing between 155 and 140 is basically the prices for this particular book. So there you go. Have a little bit of the FMV data, right, or sales data, no FMV, but the sales data is showing somewhere between 140 and 155 for this particular book. Let's go back and see what a CGC book is going for. Toggle off that and go CGC. See what their blue label is going for. 8.5, 2 sales. They're actually lower. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. The CGC book is actually showing $100 and $36 for this one. That's crazy. So while we are on the topic of CBCS, I want to give you guys a quick update on something. This actually came in, if I can find it, this actually came into my inbox earlier today, and I don't know. Here we go. So CBCS is actually doing this quick strike promo. You guys know I'm a CGC guy, right? But this actually popped in, so I wanted to share this with you guys. Quick strike promo. So what they're doing, what CBCS is actually doing, is if you submit books between September 30th and October 4th, between September 30th, which is basically tomorrow, and October 4th, they will have your books graded and shipped back in just 10 business days. So the offer actually expires on October 4th, right? Which makes sense because that's when it ends. But definitely a cool thing. Offer is valid for U.S. residents only, but they are basically allowing you to. There's a code here. It's called October 1910 day. So October 1910 day is the code that you can enter in if you actually want to take advantage of this. CBCS quick strike promo. So not bad, not bad. I'm guessing that if you actually do signature verification and clean and press and all that kind of stuff, it will actually extend the amount of time. But if you're just doing straight grading, sounds like if you use that discount code, you can actually get yourself back in about 10 days. So there you go. Who is this? Snyder saying, Robert Snyder says, I sent off 4 shipments to CBCS over the last 2 months and none took longer than 2 weeks. There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, JD says, I'll probably never own an AF-15, but if I ever see a copy that won't break the bank, I'm jumping on it. Hey, well said, brother. I wish people respecting other people's services hate how their value is lower. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times the value to me is like the same. So I don't know. I don't know. Super honorable nephew. It's good to see you, brother. Take care. Scrolling up. Yeah, that Almighty Liger is like, yeah, that was a little shocking to me because a lot of times I honestly look at CBCS and CGC as being the same in my mind. And, you know, typically they say the CGC is about 10% higher, but I look at them as being the same. So that was shocking to see a $39 version of that exact same comic. That is quite interesting. So I'm not certain. AF-15 will find me in my Matthew. So Matthew is 15 years old. And this dude has a pretty solid collection as it relates to Amazing Spider-Man. And I can tell you, his collection of Amazing Spider-Man was probably better than my collection of Amazing Spider-Man right up until about 2018. So don't let this dude fool you with this talk here, because his collection is impressive and he'll mess around and find an AF-15. So you never know with Matthew. I'm actually super impressed by young people that are in the hobby and buying really, really awesome books. And Matthew is one of those guys. So Tina, thank you very much. All right. So we are actually going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit. We have some awesome videos that are going to be dropping from the channel this week. A couple of hunting videos, a video in which I actually talk about how I have the hobby pay for itself, kind of, sort of. And I think people may enjoy that video. So couple of cool videos dropping this week. I hope that you guys are going to watch them. And then we are also giving away some pretty awesome books. This Bernie Wrightson House of Mystery issue number 195 is what we're going to be giving away. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned to all the videos and find the one in which I actually give that book away. So certainly if you guys need me, don't hesitate to reach out to me at Reggie Collects on Instagram and RegieCollects@gmail.com. Take care.